clearly horrible. I'm starting Zoom now, and we already know Alex Cheek's waiting in the waiting room. He'll be the first one that dings in. I think I used the right credentials. I may have to check that in a minute. Kenny Witten is the first one to... There he is. Just took a minute. Hey, Kenny. Followed by Jeff Ryman, followed by Greg Guy. So Zoom updated today. Hey, Alex.
Hey, Ian. So was I the first one in today?
Well, yeah, you sent me a picture and said you were waiting already, so I knew you were first one in.
Well, Josh just sent me a picture of his chocolate cake he's eaten. Not once, not twice, but 3 times.
He sent you a picture of what, the card?
No, of his chocolate cake. Of his chocolate cake he's eaten.
Oh, he got chocolate cake from somewhere.
Yes.
Well, that sounds good.
Oh, he got chocolate cake from somewhere. Yes. Well, that sounds good.
Wonder who that could be.
Wonder who that could be.
Well, apparently it was Greg. When I muted him, it went away, so we'll wait for him to unmute, and hopefully that's resolved. I had the same problem, though. I forgot to mute my YouTube from earlier today, and when I went to my channel, it screwed up.
I bust.
Yep, now we can hear the war movie in the background. Hey, Gary.
What you doing today?
I just walked in 15 minutes ago.
So what's early looks like.
Yeah, no, it wasn't going to happen early. It probably won't happen tomorrow night. It probably won't happen Friday night. I give up on that. I was thinking the 6 to 6 might work out to my advantage, but there's just no way that's working. So, go with what it is.
Well, had to order me a new HDMI switch today for my capture card because my old one just, I've had it for I don't even know how long, 4 or 5 years probably, and it just gave out like 2 or 3 of the ports just seemed to just all of a sudden just quit working.
Huh.
You had it when you don't know how long, 4 or 5 years.
I don't know how long.
You just said 4 or 5.
That's a Southern thing, Chris. You should know about that. It's like Robert the other night saying, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, one of the two. And yes, I give him a hard time about that.
So, what is this? I don't understand, Chris, if you don't want to talk about it, that's okay, but what is it? I don't understand what this guy actually wants me to do.
I'll talk to you later about that. He just, I don't know, Alex. I'm not that clear myself either, but he said he didn't want no help, but he made a video, so everybody's suggesting things, so I don't know.
Jeff says that's like you are eating dinner or supper. No, I'm having a cup of coffee. Hey, Tony. I dropped her off at 10 minutes till 6. She said, don't worry about bringing me anything for dinner. And about 8:30, she says, can you bring me something for dinner? And I'm like, no, you said not worry about it. Needless to say, I did run her something down there, but not at the time. She actually wanted it right now, and I said, there's just no way I'm bringing it to you at 10 o'clock. That really screws up my...
What you need to tell her is you got the girlfriend there.
Yeah, that would go over well. Then she would activate the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the Monday, Tuesday, Thursday schedule they proposed clearly didn't go into effect because next week she's working not Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. I'd have to go look. see what it was, but I know because when I looked at it last morning, I said, "What happened to that Monday, Tuesday, Thursday deal that we sat there and agreed upon?" She's like, "I don't know." So she's working Monday the 25th, Tuesday the 26th, Thursday the 28th. Oh, and then Saturday the 30th. You'll have a 3-day weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But wait, we're going to schedule you to work on Saturday. I don't get it. Just kind of got to go with what it is for right now. I've lost my tab, but there we go. Oh, yeah. Yep. Jeff was clarifying what he meant about dinner. It's a Southern thing. That's very true. So where's Alex? Must have stepped out of the shadows to send someone a text to see where he's at.
Oh, I didn't. He's at home. He just, I guess he's late getting in the Zoom.
Doug Betts.
Supper is dinner, or supper's at the end, dinner's at lunch for you, Tim.
Yeah, really. Doug Betts would like to hear the tech war from today. Sure. Doug, I sent you an email with the one-click link or one whatever that you helped us set up, but I can send it again if need be. Just let me know. In fact, I'll figure out where that's out and try to do that. Alex, can you cover that for me, please? Because it would take me forever to go find that link again.
Do what, Ken?
Doug wants to join Zoom, and he'll come in after his dinner, and he needs the Zoom credentials resent, and he's asking me, which didn't highlight for some reason. That's
Yes,
weird.
I can send him to him.
Thank you, because it'll take me 15, 20 minutes to find him. So, oh, wait, he says I found the link.
Does he have the old one or the new one?
That's a good question. I guess we will find out. If he joins us, it will be the new one, and if he says, "Hey, I need the link," it would be the old one. I don't know. He can't really divulge that information. It's the new one. He can't really say it's blah 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 because it's going to be released over the internet. So
Over the blah, blah, blah.
yeah, it's so. Rick Lakes will not be joining us tonight. He said his back was bothering him. I said that's fine. They were having bad weather, and I think the weather was affecting his back. So, let's see here. Yep, that sounds about right, Doug. It was right around the first of the month when we did that. There is Tom K. Haven't seen him in a while. He says hello to the chat and to the Zoom. I guess the birthday boy doesn't want to join us on his birthday.
Who's that?
That would be Josh. He only reminded us of it 17,000 times last night. Or, as we say from the South, Ken, for the 18th time. He's indulged in his phone.
I don't care.
Probably, the birthday boy is probably indulging in his chocolate cake.
Be nice, Jim.
So Jim says 5.5 hours and he still didn't finish. Yeah, he actually got the radiator installed about 1:35-ish our time here in the east. And I pretty much stopped watching it after that. I did see this morning he was over 5 hours. And I was told that he did not get it functioning, so... Oh, well.
Did you see
Plus, he said he'd be rich if he lived in Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Did you see the comment somebody asked on that Acronis video?
I did actually see that where he said about the business or personal. I did see that, yes.
He said, try and see.
Yeah. Well, you know, what's
They told me, because I called them and they told me he's getting half of what you and I paid, but I already got mine last year, or November.
I think Darren said he was offered something, and when he went to do it, they had changed it. He was pretty upset about it. Of course, he's not here to help me remember exactly what that was.
$24.99.
Yeah, that sounds about what I think he said.
I think I did $16 or $17.99 with the cloud crap, which I didn't use.
Kerry said no more Mitch. That I don't know.
Yeah, he said that.
Oh, he did say that. Went today?
Yeah. Well, last night's. He said he needed somebody that has skill to fix computers.
Oh, okay.
And that was a zinger. It was kind of, ooh, ouch.
Do you know about what time frame it was when he said that? I must have missed that.
Oh, I didn't listen to it last night, obviously. I listened to it today just for the hell of
Yeah.
it. At work. Actually, during lunch, and I didn't pay that much attention to it, but it was later. I don't remember.
Yeah, I sent Alex a link to a guy I watched this morning on. He was doing a thing on Stream Deck, and I recommend Alex to do one because he'll catch a lot of viewers if he does that. This guy was so, not that I have room to speak, but he was so disorganized, and it was his first stream. Alex could do such a much more better job than that guy did, and that guy had like 2,500 views. So, and to be honest, I think Alex was well above or well beyond where this guy already was. He's using it in the same application, but Alex is far, far beyond him. So hopefully he'll do one. Maybe get a subscribe. Go ahead.
I was no big deal. I was just saying, most of my day-to-day was talking with our transportation people because we need to get semi-drivers that are husband and wife or two of anything.
Yeah, so you can keep the truck constantly moving.
You got that right, because if you do it with your wife, you're going 20 hours. You got these people that are, I'm by myself. Well, that's 11, right? 9.
Yep, if you can get tandem drivers, you can clearly make more time up.
Yep.
Get lucky and get father, son, and wife. That truck can constantly be moving.
We actually have 2 teams like that. Mom's like 45, kids like 24, and dad, I think he's 48.
Hopefully they pull over into either a rest stop or a truck stop to switch the drivers out.
Who knows? I don't care. It's their trucks, not mine.
Yeah, but it's our lives on the road if some idiot family's going, okay, let me slide under you, grab on, and they wreck.
I'm assuming. I'm
What truck you
assuming.
talking about, Ken?
A tandem truck driver.
I'm assuming that when they get fuel, they stop.
You would think that, yeah, that would be a smart thing to do.
Because those trucks eat up fuel.
Oh yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
want to see them. I want to see them with batteries.
Trucks with batteries?
Yeah.
That's going to be a long ways down the road, I do believe.
Hold my breath for that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, actually, there's some billionaire with a boat with batteries. My question is, where does he recharge?
Yeah.
Talking about electric truck.
Solar power.
Yeah, but the solar's got to get, Did you have enough sun today? Seriously?
Yeah.
We haven't had sun for 4 days here.
Got my grass cut front, got it all edged up, blown down, lawnmower clean, weed whacker clean, planted flowers, and put on my wire adapter on my faucet. Got my both hoses hooked back up, leak free.
Did you eat some ice cream today?
Yes, I did. I just finished it. Rocky Road.
You gotta get rid of that and go for something else. What's next?
Butter pecan, maybe.
There you go. ABH.
Evening.
I saw your girl won again today on Jeopardy.
Is she?
Yeah.
20 cent?
$25,000 or $6,000. She was the only one that made it to Final Jeopardy. Solo Final Jeopardy. She had 21-2 going in, and you know she didn't have to bet very much, so she bet $5,000, I think it was. I actually got it too. It was a startup in 2015, internet company, and it was Serena Williams. I can't remember the two guys' name. Anyways, Masterclass was the answer. I sat there and thought about it about 28 seconds, and I went, Masterclass, and sure enough, that's what it was.
Her husband was in on that too.
I imagine there were a lot of people that were in on it, but
You know who her husband is? Serena's?
I have no clue.
He's the guy that started Reddit.
Hi, Tim. Hi, Al. Hi,
Hey,
Greg.
Josh.
Hi,
Hey,
Drew. Hi, Greg.
Josh.
Birthday.
Hey, Josh,
Good evening, all.
did you bring enough cake for everybody?
I ate 3 pieces of cake, so I'm all picked up.
Well, I'm going to start a birthday tradition here. I'm going to put him in the waiting room for a few minutes. So you better not tell me your birthday, because you might end up in the waiting room. I let him in.
Is that why you sent me three pictures, Josh?
3
Is
pictures.
that why you sent me 3 pictures of cake? And because you had.
No, I accidentally did that, but I didn't think it was showing up right on camera. So when I actually looked at it, the FaceTime video was in the way.
I thought you were just playing with me.
No,
Hey Tim,
I didn't mean to do that. But the FaceTime camera was in the way, so it made it look like the box was in the way.
Well, tonight's show is being sponsored by your birthday, so if you paid any attention to the title and everything, and if you noticed on the introduction, only people pay attention to that, I think, is Tony Wallow. He'll mention it. So without further ado, we're all going to sing happy birthday to you, okay? With the exception of Garrett. Now Natasha's going to start us off, so go ahead, get us started.
I haven't sent that to my wife, so I'm here.
1, 2, 3.
Well, you actually have to start singing, and then we join in.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Now, this is not a round robin type thing. We're all supposed to do it together. Well, I tell you what, if we'd have practiced this, it couldn't have went any worse. All right, one more time. We'll get it right this time, I promise. Go ahead, Natasha.
1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Josh Kinder. Day to you. Now Natasha's got a special rendition of the Marilyn Monroe version for you, and we'll just sit back and enjoy it. Three of us know what that's about anyway.
yeah.
And Tony Wallow says birthday cake, and Wintermute says happy birthday with the birthday cake as well. And Jim is not saying anything about your birthday, but apparently he has fell down and is rolling on the floor. Jim, do we need to contact 911? Anyway, happy birthday, Josh.
Thank you. I'm not 29, I'm 9 years old today.
90?
9.
You're talking about how you act or your actual physical age?
How I act.
I'm about to say.
No, he's not. He had 3 pieces of cake tonight.
I heard. Was it? Did
And
you?
he fed his wife one.
Well, that's good. That's a good thing. Was it good cake?
Yeah,
Good.
chocolate.
Good. Well, back in the waiting room it goes. I'm going to continue that tradition. Nah, I wouldn't do that to you. Jim says no. He wants us to dial 199 or 119. One of those numbers.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's in
You
England.
mean 1899?
Well, he said he's on the floor and he's rolling around, so I just wanted to make sure he was all right. But
One of those is a phone. I can't remember which one.
the one thing-
5150, somebody got the photo. I'm going
But
crazy.
a lot of people had to have their numbers changed after that phone came out. I can't remember what number it was.
Chris Garrett 191. Yeah, that's why nobody ever showed up when I fell on the floor. I was wondering about that.
Maybe you need one of these push buttons like I have that's connected to your alarm, so you don't have to remember any number. All you gotta do is press the button, and it will make the loud alarm go off, and then they will.
Are you talking about the button that you hang around your neck and you press and it goes, "Help! I've fallen and I can't get up"?
Yes.
No.
But mine's not through the life alert company. Mine's through our security system. But it's the same concept.
How do you get one of those?
I used to laugh that way.
Mine is hooked up on our security system. Monthly charge, and we're walking to like a 5-year contract.
Was that one of the selling points they made when they sold it to you?
Yes.
Yeah, figures.
That's not funny, that poor old lady not falling anymore. When you fail, it's not funny.
The emergency number 119 is from the UK. I double checked.
Hey, Alex, you need to get one for Josh and I.
I've accidentally pressed it a few times, and it does work.
Press it as in you needed to press it or you were testing it?
No, I accidentally like there's been a few times that I've had it around my neck, and I lean up against the table a little too far, and it presses it, and
Okay.
I accidentally pressed the OnStar in my mother's car before.
oh yeah, my dad
I was
did
trying
that.
to turn the light on.
My dad did that once too. And the funny part about it is when he did it, we didn't know it because the volume was down.
Did you guys get pulled over by the police?
And so
So, but they charge you.
we didn't know. We were literally at the church, so we wasn't very far from home at the time. It was closer to home then than we are now to the church, and so we had already gotten home. And by the time the police showed up, we was already inside, and the police come knocking on the door.
They understood it was a mistake.
Yeah, but did they charge you? Because
No,
Oh no, it was.
they're supposed to charge you, but they didn't. Because I have that, and they charge me every time I hit it. They charge you, and the wheel tires are uneven.
It might not have been OnStar. It was some kind of service like OnStar. The Nissan.
I'm sorry, their love's hitting you.
The
I have that.
Chevy used OnStar, or all of them used it.
No, that I don't know.
This was a
OnStar is
Nissan.
only on GM vehicles, I believe.
Okay, this was a Nissan. Whatever Nissan uses.
I wonder if Jeff's still watching. Sangoat sent me an email, and the EVGA RTX 3050 is on sale for, well, I don't know if it's on sale. It's $249.90, and it is in stock. There's a little
What's
in
little
stock?
button says add to cart, so I don't know if that means it's in stock or you can maybe add it to a wish list. Huh?
Natasha was asking what was in stock. I guess you're talking about a video card.
Right, the RTX 3050, 8 gigabyte.
I think the button might have SOS on it. I'm not sure.
Hey,
Jim's
Alex,
saying
how
that.
do you get one of them fall alert thingies? Because I
Ours
was
is
people
part
working
of-
for that, and they
ours
never
is,
sent me one.
I really don't know. You would have to find out who to call. But I got ours because it came. You could get it as an add-on when they set up our security system. So ours is part of our security system.
They're available through Amazon. I don't know what they connect to, but you can buy them through Amazon. $12.
They have newer ones. They have newer ones that actually they connect to the cellular. They connect to the cell phone network so that you can use them when you're out anywhere. This one is specifically tied to the one I have is tied to our security system.
Right.
We're out of the house, somewhere it won't work. It has to be within range of the alarm panel.
I got a nice birthday present coming tomorrow. I got $490 coming my way.
Oh, then you get to settle up our bet then. Good. I'm waiting on that. Tom K said he was looking at the new Batman movie on YouTube to rent for $24.99. Wow. HBO Max, you can watch it for free if you have HBO Max. I don't think I would be spending $24.99 to watch it myself, but to each his or her own. Hey, Max.
Hey, Chris. You said Max, and he came up.
Hey, Max. Yeah, after you took your hand down there and go, look up, you dumb dog. He's calling your name.
You may be able to just sign up for a free trial of the service, and then watch it and cancel it before they charge you.
Oh.
That's what I did with Hulu. It was one series I wanted to watch on Hulu,
Mm-hmm.
and so I signed up for it quick enough. I signed up for it long enough to pay, long enough to watch it, and then as soon as I finished all 63 episodes, I canceled it.
Look up, you know.
And it took me. I think I watched all 60 some odd episodes in 3 days.
Mama, what was that?
That would have been Doug. Hey, Doug.
Hi, Doug.
Hello. Happy birthday, Josh.
Thank you, Doug.
Really happy that I missed singing to you.
Oh, we can do it again.
Yeah.
The floor's yours. Go ahead. All you. Here, I'll get you started. And a 1. And a 2.
How you doing, Doug? I'm good, guys. How are you all? Pretty good.
Good, thank you.
I've had what I called a roughest day that I've had for a while. And I thought I could come on and soft bitch about it.
Did you bring enough snacks for the rest of the group?
This is my dessert. After I finished the last thing that I've done so far, I wasn't in the mood to make, so I went and got Panda Express. So yeah, this is my fortune cookie.
And are you getting good fortune, or does it say something corny?
These fortunes are always just so positive. Make time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Alright. That's why I'm eating a fortune cookie and on the Ken Stout Live Zoom right now.
I had 3 pieces of cake and didn't share it with anyone. Well, did a couple pieces with my wife, but.
Hey, I only got 1, you fool.
What I figured I'd do is come in and give you a little bit of an idea
Too bad we can't give Tim any, though.
going to give you a little bit of an idea of my day and then what my client totally flipped out about.
Can we guess on why they flipped out?
Yeah, you can guess.
The bill?
No.
Damn it.
No.
Oh, by the way, Doug, we will have swearing on this channel from time to time. Usually me, but even though we're a family-oriented channel, from now and then I'll let a few of them slip through. I try, but they do slip through. Go ahead. How was your day?
Yeah.
So it started at 7 a.m. this morning, and this is the second day of work on this client's issue. This is the CPA office that I've talked about now and then on the tech tales stories and some other things. You might recognize it as this was a client that I at one point sent them a bill charging them for I think an hour and a half of stress, meaning outside of working on their stuff, I charge them time for the amount of time that it took me to recover from the stress this guy caused me. He's a young, very ambitious person who's been handed senior partnership in the CPA firm, and he's going to be making it grow by leaps and bounds, but he's just overly aggressive at doing that. So tax season ended Monday. So on Tuesday, we were all set to go with his conversion. So we're converting his main tax software, which is called Lacert, from the desktop software to a cloud implementation of the software. Concurrent with that, we're implementing SharePoint through Microsoft 365, so we're moving all of their data files from their local server up to the cloud. And concurrent with that, he's hiring offshore workers from the Philippines
No.
to do bookkeeping work. And in doing those 3 migrations, we've had Zoom meetings and conference calls with various salespeople and onboarding staff and technical staff and security staff for each of those at various different levels. So it's been meetings and tech stuff to do, and he has limited grasp of technology. So today we did added the remote desktop Lacert implementation, which means there's an icon on their desktops they double click on, and it connects them through remote desktop to a virtual PC that's hosted by Lacert. And it has desktop icons just like your local computer would, and it has all the different years of Lacert to launch. So Lacert is an income tax preparation software. They do taxes for individuals, proprietors, corporations, trusts, a couple other fiduciary trusts, and there's a couple other weird things that I'm not recalling at the moment. So it's a pretty complex tax thing that they do. So what happens is when you double click on this icon to launch this remote desktop, they can then open Lacert 2021 for last year's taxes. They usually also want Lacert 2020 open so they can look at that client's prior year income tax. So there's a technique to open this remote desktop so it spreads across 2 monitors, because they have 2 or 3 monitors each. And so I showed that to him, and he said, well, how do I get the things on my desktop? Well, you gotta click on this restore down button. You know, on any Windows, on any application running in a window, up in the upper right corner, you got the X to close it, you got that square box to maximize it or to restore down, and you got the minimize button. So in order to get to the icons on his local computer desktop, he has to minimize or he has to restore down. That's what he flipped out about. That's not what I want. I don't understand why you have to do that. Throws out a couple F-bombs. I don't understand why they did it this way. That's the way it is. I don't have time. Now he says, I don't have time to do that.
What did he want to do?
He wanted it to behave like QuickBooks Online, where QuickBooks Online works within a tab on a web browser. And he said, well, I thought we were doing Lacert in cloud, I thought it would be like QuickBooks Cloud does it. This is totally different. I don't like this. Okay, I don't know what to tell you.
Did you change it for him, or is he still about that?
It's not changeable.
Oh, it's not
Well,
changeable.
He did ask if it can be run in a browser. I said, well, I don't know that. We didn't get into that with the technician. I didn't tell him at the time, but I seriously doubt it, because QuickBooks Online is not a web browser version of QuickBooks Desktop. It's a totally different animal. Looks and feels different, works different. It's different in every way, but Lacert's implementation of this cloud desktop works exactly like they are accustomed to using Lacert on their local computers, because they're doing it in a virtual computer. It's the same program. It's just running on a virtual computer in the cloud. And he doesn't understand what that means. He thought cloud meant web browser. It doesn't. So he's got all these major things that he's doing all at once. And this is one of the things that he just doesn't understand as a young person that thinks that he can just do everything right now and has no tolerance for any glitch.
Well, let's see.
All right, oh, how old? He's probably 28. Oh, that's Josh's age. You're younger.
What I was going to say is he should have got a little bit of that in college. Just,
Oh yeah, well he has a college degree as a CPA, and he worked in a major firm in LA area before coming to this family business, and was handed majority partnership.
His family, gotcha.
His family, yeah. So, and so this was when he started working there. It was about a year before he was handed the 51. Well, now they say it's 50% partnership, but everything he says goes. There's the senior partner who's really ready to retire. He's so eager to retire.
What are they doing? Oh, sorry. What are they doing with the Philippine? You said Philippine or?
Yeah.
No, I think the exact words were offshore, then Philippines.
Yeah, it was offshore. It was through an organization called TOA Global. They pronounce it.
I've looked at that.
Yeah, they pronounce it TOA Global. And I'm really pretty impressed with their controls. The person that he hired in the Philippines, he's actually hired two of them. One of them started this week, and the other one will start next week. But they have a bunch of training that they go through when they go into the building where they're going to work. There's a security guard. They have to show an RFID badge, so their identity is checked. They have to leave their cell phones at the door, or they can't take their cell phones to their desk. It's a highly controlled and secure environment. And this company coaches my client in how to do the performance evaluations and keep communications going between them and the accountant that's working for them in the Philippines. So it looks pretty good. They have people supervising him physically in that office. It's an office where multiple people are working remotely for their U.S. clients, and I suppose others as well. And this company, TOA Global, handles all of them, payroll and taxes for them and so forth. And my client just pays them what amounts to, I guess, a service fee, where they're not cutting payroll checks directly to their person in the Philippines. So we had meetings with their sales personnel, with their onboarding personnel, two onboarding personnel, and then their security department, and then their IT implementation. So that was the communication meetings just for that. remote worker, and I haven't even, I mean, that person isn't actually working yet.
Do they speak English?
Oh yes, that's one of the requirements, is they have to speak very good, fluent English, not heavily accented. So my client actually interviewed potential employees, and he selected this person. So he selected this person from reviewing resumes and having an interview, online interview with them. I don't know how many interviews.
We did the same thing, not this position, but the one I had before, except we went with Vietnam. And they literally did not speak English. To them, data entry was characters.
Yeah.
I mean, an A was a character. Ooh, look, and that's the cat's pie. They had no clue what they were key punching.
Well, this is looking pretty good to me.
No, sounds like it.
Yeah.
Tom. I'm just
So
checking. Go ahead.
They also want me to equip 2 more of their in-office computers, my client's in-office computers, with webcams. Because they've been participating in all these meetings just with, they would use their computer for visual, and they would use their cell phones to connect to audio. I mean, on their computers, it was just to watch video. So when they were in Zoom meetings and WebEx meetings and Teams meetings, they didn't have cameras on, and their audio was coming through cell phones.
That had to be fun at times.
Well, when I was in all those meetings, with my camera on. So I think these people on the other side have felt more connected to me than to my client. Having video sessions and with cameras on is, in my mind, so much more effective way to work with people that you're,
Oh, sure. But if you got some that have a camera and some that have a cell phone, I know from experience in here, we tried to do that a while back, and it just doesn't work because you're trying to listen to someone that's on a cell phone. So you're right. You get cameras hooked up and decent microphones with them, and it's just a whole heck of a lot better. See, I caught myself there. I should get an A for that one.
Because you don't know who Doug is. He's the person that does the live streams on Saturday at 11:30. He's the guy that I introduced you to a couple of Saturdays ago when we were at the coach.
I didn't quite understand all that, Josh.
No, it's Josh or Chris.
That was Josh.
I'm getting death. No,
Something about a couple weeks ago, 11:30 on Saturday.
He was talking to
I was telling her that you do the live streams on Saturday. And that I introduced you to her that Saturday that we were at the coach.
Yes, I remember Natasha, and I saw her on this Zoom session earlier this evening. I don't think she had her camera on.
She's in the room right now. She doesn't have a camera.
She was leading the Happy Birthday song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hi, Natasha.
Hello.
Oh, she's there.
Yeah.
I don't see a video rectangle for her, I guess. Oh, I see. I have a scroll right. I'm seeing myself.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to change that. I wanted to highlight you while you were discussing what you did so that nobody could in there. So now we should all be back to gallery. Or I'm back to gallery. You guys might have to change it on your own. I'm not as savvy at Zoom as one Doug Betts is, but I've learned that much. Hey, Doug, I got a question for you. Do what, Josh?
No, we're talking to her.
Okay.
You're more than welcome to come in and hang out with us on Saturday. She usually does a live stream on Saturdays at 11:30 in the morning. 11:30 your time.
Yeah, he doesn't need any shameless plugs. I need those. Doug does not. Hey, Jim.
Hey.
How are you tonight? push the button. Tony. But I do have a serious, somewhat question for Doug. You have a 32-button Stream Deck and a 15-button Stream Deck?
I do.
Are all 47 buttons active?
Well, not yet. They will be. On the 32-button Stream Deck, I replicated what I had on the 15-button plus a few. I have more in mind, but I haven't got around to that yet. And the 15-button, I'm going to use on Baby Beast, and I'm hoping I'm about to do billing. I'm way behind on billing, and it's one of my least favorite tasks. There's portions of it that are very repetitive because I have to take the things that I've purchased on Amazon through that whole period, and I have to get them into my QuickBooks Online. And I'm thinking that I could probably automate a lot of those repetitive clicks and motions off of Stream Deck buttons. And I would typically do that work on. So here's my second dessert. I've already unwrapped it. It's one of these.
Linder's chocolate?
What's it? Lindor. Lindor. This is a chocolate that I think Carrie and Mitch talked about on one of their streams, and I've been having these for I don't know years. My favorite chocolate. Oh.
It is good, best I can remember. I haven't had any in about 2 years now.
In fact, I had the thought on my mind at one point when I was gonna go down to pick up Big Beast that I would take them each a bag, but then I didn't get around to it.
How is the Big Beast doing? Better?
Well, it's still got issues, but I just haven't had time to. I mean, I've spent some time on it, but I don't have them all resolved. Like there's 3 USB ports on the back that failed to recognize. Oh, the last thing was my Blue Yeti. I was on a Zoom call and my Blue Yeti wasn't listed in the microphones. So I unplugged it and plugged it into another port, and there's these 2 or 3, I think it's 3 USB ports that devices that used to work in those USB ports stopped working, and I can plug them into another USB port and they work. And if I go back to the original USB port, it doesn't work. So I think it might be device drivers, those USB ports that are hidden when they're not in use, that I perhaps can go show all hidden items in Device Manager and perhaps delete those. I don't know, I've never had to do that kind of a fix before, but that was true on Blue Yeti and Google webcams, and seems like something else. I don't know what right now. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, you're good. We had my son gave me a laptop, then the 2 USB ports didn't work, and we determined that the board for those were bad. $9.07 fixed it. After 2 attempts, because somebody, me, put the ribbon on backwards and it still didn't work, so my OCD wouldn't let me let that go. So when I looked at it, I noticed the ribbon was marked. One said motherboard and one said USB, so I kind of figured it was backwards. But it works now, so we're all good. We're happy.
I did see that.
Do what, Greg?
I'm just laughing.
My mom did that when we were repairing a computer for church, upgrading an SSD. She didn't put it on right, or it wasn't on all the way to connect it on the motherboard. So she put it all the way back together. I turned it on, didn't did not take the hard drive. So I said, "Uh-oh, looks like you're going to have to take it all the way back apart again."
So I was wondering, I heard you say, Ken, that you didn't want to go back and test the other part.
Right. Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, here's the old part right here. It works. I'm not gonna mess with it. It works.
Yeah.
So.
But what I was wondering as an alternative is, during your teardown of the computer, was there ever a camera shot that you currently have on recording that would show which direction that cable was in there? Does that cable have a red line on one side of it, or any kind of markings that you can tell?
No, the only thing it's got, both of these ribbons are the same. They got that silver on that side, and then you got the marking on that side. And then on the blue, which you guys probably can't see it, real little bitty lettering. It says X83, and down here it says USB. I don't know. I don't think you. Well, you barely see it right. I hate cameras. Anyway, it's that little white dot right there.
So I don't. There's no other markings along the length of the ribbon cable, like
No,
lettering?
no. You would think they might put the direction that the data's going to go, but nope, there's not.
Right.
So
No, that would indicate HP wants you to actually fix the thing.
and to answer your question, I doubt there was a good enough camera angle to show that, because I just set up my 35 millimeter and kind of hastily to do that.
Well, as you know, I need to learn along as what you already are practicing, to walk away when it's good enough.
You would think that cable would not fit in the other connector reversed, that they would be different size.
Well, yeah, there is. Well, okay. Well, no.
So you're saying that I shouldn't be able to take this one out like that, take the other end that says X83, and put it in here like that? Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's interchangeable.
That's
Now,
Well,
go ahead.
I don't think that's good engineering.
the other thing I was wondering about is those ribbon cables have they need to be inserted correctly into that socket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's typically a line across them.
Yep.
By the side that you're expecting to see it lined up just.
Yeah, if I hold it just right, you can see there is barely a line on there. You can see it on this end a little bit better right there. There is a line. But this ribbon's an inch and a half too short. I couldn't use the new ribbon. I had to use the old ribbon. So, but again, it works. So, and I got to give the controls over to Alex for a little bit. I've got to do something. I'm having some issues over there. I apologize. The stream's only going to be about 58 minutes long. There might be a part 2. This was happy birthday. Doug, it's great to see you. Greg, Josh, Jim, BH, Natasha, Chris, Alex, you the man. I'll be back as soon as I can be.
Before you go, just let me say it. I got to bounce out pretty soon.
Okay. Well, hopefully you'll be here. If not, I appreciate you being here, and hopefully we'll see you again.
All right. Very good.